Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and a very good day I bid to all of you. Before we begin, let me introduce myself to you first. My name is Nur Ainaa Aisyah binti Azizan with entry card number A18KA0114. My role in this project is as a project manager. So I am from Cost Estimation Department from LWS Consultants Neighborhood. So as a brief introduction of what is a cost estimation. A cost estimation is an approximation of overall total cost of a project or operation, including site clearing, excavation of topsoil, cut work which involves soil excavation and transportation of excavated soil, field work which includes soil spreading and layering, and compaction of the soil. So in this project, we also estimated the total time taken to finish the earthwork process. The construction general contractor or subcontractor must normally prepare definitive cost estimates to prepare bids in the construction bidding process to compete for award of the contract. Cost estimation is also to provide support and evidence to help with the planning process and efficient workforce distribution for the proper project flow and reduce any wastage or surcharge of cost in handling the material or workforce in the site. The bill upgrade from our company from cut and fill was provided along with the other inside value to be included inside the calculation that will be made. So for our scope is to describe a proposed cost estimating for earthwork for project LWX Consultants Neighborhood, and a proper work procedure shall be carried out during the excavation stage as per specification and contract drawings. It includes the approximation of total cost project, selecting suitable materials, and the value of engineering value. So our objective are to estimate the cost required for the excavation of project LWX consulted area, which includes stripping of soil, disposal, and cut and fill earthwork. It's also to define the procedures to make sure the proposed materials and workmanship to be used at the site are complying with the requirements as stipulated in the specification. Last but not least is to analyze a project plan and its specification to prepare a bill of quantity and statement bill which will list out all the individual elements that will comprise the work. So for earthwork, the first one is site clearance. Site clearing involves the removal of trees and the clearing of the land, which may require professional engineering equipment, where it is more rapid and efficient method rather than clearing the land manually. It involves cutting of trees, removal of stump, tree disposal, excavation of topsoil, and transportation of the removal of topsoil. In a short sentence, the whole site needs to be cleared to the extent as shown in the drawing. The next one is cut and fill. Cut and fill is the process of moving earth from one place to another to make the ground more level. A cut is made when earth is cut from above the desired ground height, and a fill is when earth is used to fill a hole in the desired ground level. A compaction, all material used in the fill platforms should be compacted as soon as spread. And lastly, for slope protection, it is a responsibility of the contractor to provide slope protection in a diligent manner on completion of the project. All exposed earth slope should be protected with a permanent protection and should be approved by the safety officer. Next, we move on to the cost of earthwork equipment and operating. So as you can see, I have listed all the cost equipment usage per day, equipment capacity, and the productivity of the equipment. You can pause the video to look at it at a closer way. So we use the rent cost for all machineries. This can lower the initial investment, access to a broader range of equipment at all times, latest equipment usually offered, and maintenance, insurance handled by another party. And this is the summary of the lubricator, the diesel, and labor wage. As you can see, we have skilled labor and semi-skilled labor, all according to CIDB 2018 labor wages. So from earthwork department, we get from a total area of 567,869.481 millimeter squared, we get a total volume of cut and fill for 430,312 meter cube. For cut is 224 and 10 meter cube, and while for fill is 206,302 meter cube. So the difference between cut and fill volume is 17,708 meter cube. The percentage difference is around 7.91%, which is lower than 50%. So to increase the productivity of operation, we divide the area by zone. As you can see, it is divided by zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, and zone 4. So we will do cut and fill work using this zone, but the site clearance, we use the overall zone. In addition, we only use cut and fill work using the zone to ease the work and to calculate the transportation cost for the transport. So after divide it by zone, for zone 1, we get a difference volume of 14,769.45 meter cube, which is it needs to be filled at zone A, and at zone 1, and at zone 2, the difference volume is 40,067.953 meter cube, which is excess cut. So we can transfer it to the other zone. And for zone 3, the difference volume is 4,557.668, the excess cut. And for zone 4 is 12,147.932. It needs to be filled. So as you can see, on my left side is the average distance for every zone. It is used in the calculation of transportation of soil. So we have calculated the average distance using the average of maximum and minimum distance on every zone, and of course for the transportation from one zone to another zone. So this is the initial cost estimation. The first one is site clearance. Using the total quantities, we get the total cost of 990,678.89 cents. And for the cart work, we divided it by zone. We fulfill the cart work by zone. So it is the total of 66,321 ringgit 80 cents. So for transportation of soil from in between zone 1, in between zone 2, from zone 2 to zone 1, from zone 2 to zone 4, and in between zone 3, and also last but not least, in between zone 4. So the total cost of transportation of cut soil is 2,321 ringgit 64 cents. So for field work, we do the field work by zone 2, which conclude the cost of 300,000 16,276.8 cents. So for finishing, it consists of compaction and grading. So the total cost of the finishing is 227,826.24 cents. And for disposal, we use the JKR. the total cost for disposal of the soil of the excess soil is 95623.20 cents. And last but not least, the slope protection. It costs us 14,335 ringgit and 46 cents. So the total overall cost for initial cost estimation is 2 million in overall of 2.3 million. So this is the estimated number of days, which is after we calculated the total cost of the total number of days for initial cost estimation is 105 days. For site clearance, it consists of 39 days, and followed by the cart work, 17 days, and followed by transportation of soil and field work, which will be done simultaneously. It's in 26 days, and finishing for 19 days, disposal for 3 days, and the slope protection in just 1 day. So the total is 105 days. So for value engineering, step one, we change for value engineering for cost reduction. We apply engineering value in our calculation to reduce the cost estimation for the whole operation and to increase the productivity of the operation. So after considering various changes to be done, including strategy, operation, and number of equipment used, we managed to get reduction of our operation. Okay, so this is our changes to the after calculation. So for the first one, we changed the number of machineries and laborers. So we remove the use of excavators from our transportation of soil, since our excavator from cartward can cater and manage to directly transfer from the cartward to the dump truck. And also, some of the work can be done by the semi-skilled laborers rather than skilled laborers. The same capability to complete work can be done by the semi-skilled laborers. So the next one, we change the number of machinery used, and also we change our operation strategy. For example, for the cartward, we did not use the zone as an alternative for cartward. We just do the work for the whole zone A for the cartward. And we also lower our profit from 20% to 50%, because after discussion with our group, we think that 20% profit is too high and 15% is ideal for earthwork operation. And last but not least, for slope protection, we change the use of crane to hydro seeding. It is better to ensure the slope can be protected just by hydro seeding. So this is the final cost estimation. As you can see, the site clearance and the cart work is we fulfill the cart work using the whole zone. We did not use the divided zone that we do like before. You can see it reduced the cost, and transportation of soil, field work, finishing, disposal, stock protection. So the total cost for final cost estimation after we change and after we apply the value engineering is around 1.88 million. So the estimated number of days for the final cost estimation is around 113 days. So the site clearance consists of 62 days, followed by cart work in 11 days only after we apply value engineering. And for transportation, soil, and field work in 25 days, finishing in 11 days, disposal in 3 days, and slope protection in 1 day. So it's the total of 113 days. So the percentage reduction, after we calculated, we get 18.62% reduction. So in overall, we believe that our total cost for final cost estimation is the best cost that we can offer to you for the estimation of earthwork process. Thank you. That's all from me.